But seriously, the military gives you great benefits when you get out of the military that will completely set you up for life as long as you don't screw up and waste them, okay? We're going to talk about some of those benefits today. Specifically, we're going to talk about the GI Bill, which pays for your college. We're going to talk about the VA loan, which allows you to buy a home with no down payment. We're going to talk about VA disability, which is basically a check that you get for life. And we're going to talk about veterans' preference in the government that helps you get better government jobs, okay? Yeah, to start off, the military can suck ass, okay? When you join the military, you got to go to basic training, and you're going to get yelled at, and you're going to be tired, and blah, 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 blah. Everybody has to do it. It's only a couple months. Do it. Get over it. Go to your unit. Everything will get a little bit better, okay? It doesn't matter what branch you serve in. You all get the same exact benefits. So, if you just want to do 4 years in the military, 3 or 4 years, you can go in as a, high-speed HUA infantry killer soldier, or you can go in as a paper clerk. There's so many things you can do in the military that don't require, digging in the trenches and charging barbed wire, okay? There's a broad, diverse set of jobs that you can do in the military. And if you want to know more, go frickin' research it, okay? But the military is not just going and fighting and clearing out landmines and whatever. There's a lot of support jobs in the military. There's more support jobs than there are combat soldiers in the military, okay? So, if you decide to suck it up and join the military for a couple of years, you might love it and stay in, or you might absolutely hate it and decide to get out. Either way, that's fine, okay? I personally was in the military on active duty, and I freaking hated it. But, do I regret doing it? Absolutely not, because I got so many great freaking benefits that I'm set for life, okay? The first one is the GI Bill. This law allows you or pays for your entire college, and they pay for your books, and they give you a housing allowance. All you have to do is serve 3 years on active duty in the military, and you get the GI Bill. And they'll basically pay all the tuition for 4 years of college. Think about that. The average kid goes to college, they're not in the military, they take out massive student loans, they're freaking broke, they don't have any money, they're just a college kid, a broke college kid stereotype, okay? You could do that route, military, it's hard, and I might get yelled at for a couple of years, blah, 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 blah. Or you could join the military, get out, and get your GI Bill. The GI Bill pays all your tuition. It gives you a monthly housing allowance, could be up to several $1,000s a month in housing, and they give you a book allowance, okay? Think about that. You got the broke college kids that don't have any freaking money, everything's student loan debt, and then there's you, a military veteran, making bank with that housing allowance and not paying a dime in tuition, okay? It's a great deal. It is totally worth it. Think about it. If you do a couple years in the military, and while you're in the military, you get an associate's degree, you take some classes part-time, you get out of the military, you have enough GI Bill to finish your bachelor's and pay for your master's degree, okay? And they don't just pay for college degrees. They pay for all sorts of job training, whatever. There's so many things you can pay with the GI Bill. It's a great deal, okay? You can literally get a freaking master's degree and get paid and profit from it instead of going into massive debt. That right there sets you up for life, okay? It sets you up for life. Because so many kids, they go to college, they go in massive debt, then they graduate, maybe they get a job, maybe they don't, and then they're in debt, and they have to pay off their student loans, and that kills their income. If they're paying $200, $300, $400 a month, that's an extra car payment, basically, that you won't have to pay. If you join the military, do a couple years, don't have to go fight in wars, well, maybe not, do a couple years, get out, and boom, you got your GI Bill, okay? It is an amazing benefit, and it's hard to explain how good it is until you get it, until you enroll in a nice college, and you're literally getting paid to go, and you don't pay a dime. It's freaking amazing. Check it out. Consider joining the military just for the GI Bill, okay? That's the first benefit of joining the military. The second benefit, you get the VA loan. Now, the VA loans vary. There's a lot of things that go into it. But basically, it allows you to purchase a home with $0 down. You don't have to make a down payment when you purchase a home. And when you purchase that home, you don't have to pay private mortgage insurance, which everybody else has to do if they don't make a 20% down payment. It's a very good deal because it sets you up to get on the home ownership ladder a lot sooner than you normally would. For example, let's say you join the military 18 to 22. You serve for 4 years, you get out, boom. You get a new job or you go to college through GI Bill and then you get a job. You found your place, you're ready to buy a home. Now the average bozo, they got to freaking save 20% of the home's value and put that down as a down payment just to move into that house. 20%. So if you're buying a $200,000 house, you got to save $40,000 in cash. But if you have the VA loan, you can buy the house with $0 down. So instead of throwing $40,000 into an illiquid asset, that sucks. That's a horrible investment. I made other videos about that. Instead of doing that, you could put that $40,000 into a stock market index fund. And boom, you probably get 7 or 8% returns a year after inflation. So Bozo that didn't join the military because, he didn't want drill sergeant to yell at him for a couple days, a couple months, he has to save $40,000, put that down just to buy a freaking house. And you, as a heroic veteran, don't have to do anything. Boom. Your loan is guaranteed or partially guaranteed by the VA, which allows you to skip doing the down payment. Now, there is a VA funding fee, which means you have to pay a certain percentage of the loan as like a charge to reimburse the government. But it's not much. And if you have any type of disability from the military, which most people are going to get when they get out, you don't have to pay the funding fee, okay? Obviously, I'm not the VA, so don't just go totally off me if you're about to buy a house with a VA loan. Go frickin' call a VA rep. But I'm giving you a general overview of some of the benefits you can get, okay? VA loan, great deal. You get out, use your GI Bill, get a good college degree, not BS. Finish college, find your town, move to that town, buy a home there, $0 money down. You can invest. You have so much more money to invest and do other things with, okay? VA loan, great deal. All you got to do is serve a couple months or a couple years in the military, and boom, you qualify for that. Now, the third benefit that a lot of people don't know about, at least outside the military, is VA disability. Now, you may think, oh, well, I don't want to get VA disability because, those guys have their legs blown off, PTSD, and that's true. Some people do have that when they get out of the military. But a lot of VA disabled people, as a little secret I'm going to tell you, they're not suffering from war wounds. You can get VA disability for almost anything. If you stub your toe and go to sick call, that goes on your record while you're in the military, okay? And then when you're about to get out of the military, this doctor is going to go, or the VA rep's going to go, and they're going to look through your military file, your medical file. And they're going to be like, well, I see you went to the doctor because your ankle hurt on this day, and I see that you had hearing problems, and I see that you hurt your knee when you jumped off this vehicle, and they go and they'll get you evaluated. And then they'll do your evaluation, and then the VA will make a determination whether you qualify for VA disability or not. So it's very possible that you're going to get VA disability by getting out with just a couple things that aren't even combat related. If you freaking break your leg or get surgery while you're in garrison, you're probably going to get VA disability, okay? It's almost a racket because so many people get it. But it's just a fact of life. So if you serve your country and you have some stuff in your medical records that's related to your service, you can get VA disability. VA disability is a paycheck every single month for the rest of your life. If you get a VA rating between 0 and 100%, well, not for 0, but between 10 and 100%, you're going to get a check every month. Now, VA disability checks at 10% start at like $136 a month. And then it goes all the way to 100%, 100% disabled, which doesn't even have to be combat related. 100% disabled, they get like $3,000 a month, tax-free for life, okay? That's pretty ridiculous. So all you got to do is go in the military. Don't intentionally hurt yourself, but if something happens while you're in the military, go to freaking sick call, get evaluated, and maybe you'll qualify for VA disability. And it's a nice supplement to your income, and it helps compensate you for injuries that you sustained in the military that can affect your quality of life when you get out of the military, okay? But that being said, don't be a freaking loser and make up stuff just so you can get free VA disability, okay? This is just something that you might get that will help you in your civilian life, but you're not guaranteed to get, okay? It's compensating you for getting injured in the military, okay? That's another benefit that a financial benefit that people don't really talk about in the military. And the last one we're going to talk about today is veterans' preference in the federal government. Now, the federal government actually pays pretty freaking well for jobs, okay? They have the GS scale, the General Service Scale, I believe it's called, and you get paid, you can be a GS1 to a GS15 working for the federal government. And you get all sorts of benefits. You get a pension, you get a 401k match up to 5%, you get health care while you're in, subsidized by the federal government, you get life insurance, you get all sorts of benefits while you're a federal employee. 40-hour work week for most federal employees, ton of time off, ton of sick leave, yada, yada, yada. The benefits are amazing for the federal government. And they actually pay you pretty well. Now, if you work for a state or local government, your pay is probably going to suck. But the federal government pays pretty well. I think the average federal employee is like a GS-12, maybe 13, something like that. And that pays between $75,000 to $90,000 a year. Okay? That's pretty freaking good. And you can get up there pretty quickly on top of all those benefits. Now, when you're a veteran and you get out of the military, you can use your GI Bill to go to college. And while you're in college, you can apply for what's called a Pathways internship. Now, the federal government likes to hire people through internships. And a big way they do that is the Pathways program. And they'll basically put out job announcements on usajobs.gov. You go on there, you find a job that matches your major that you qualify for, and you can apply for that job. And while you're in school, you can work and get paid as a government employee, as a Pathways internship, and you can do your schoolwork. You can work part-time, full-time, yada, yada, yada. As long as you get, I believe, 640 hours of work throughout your internship, you'll qualify for that federal job when you graduate. It's a great deal. And you know how your military service helps you? Number one, you're getting a degree and you're not going into debt. And number two, you get veterans preference in the application process. Veterans, so basically when you apply for a government job, there's a score that you're assigned based on your qualifications. Well, if you're a veteran, you get 5 points added to your score automatically. The federal government wants to hire veterans over non-veterans, and they give you a big boost for being a veteran, just for being a veteran. You could have never deployed, you could have been a paper pusher, you still get 5 points, okay? On top of that, if you have any kind of VA disability, any, ears ringing, almost knocked my head off, ears ringing, back hurting, whatever, you get an additional 5 points. So if you apply for a federal government job while you're going to college for free on your GI Bill, you can get a huge boost, 10 extra points, which makes you almost a shoo-in for a federal job, for a Pathways internship opportunity. You can't beat it, okay? And if you get a federal government job, boom, you're set for life. Especially if you make GS 13, 14, 15, you're making damn good money. And you can retire in your late 50s and get a check and health care for the rest of your life, okay? There's so many benefits to joining the military. All you gotta freaking do, pick whatever branch you want, If you want to be Air Force, and fix little airplanes, you can do that. If you want to be dumb, you can join the Marines. If you want to be a heroic, savior of the world, you can join the Army. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can join any branch and do any job in those branches. You could do 1 term of service, 2 terms, or do your whole career and get out. You still get all those beautiful benefits, okay? So I highly encourage you to suck it up, join the military, just do it. Just do it. Just freaking do it. Join the military, do your time, get out, and then you have all those benefits that will help you immeasurably for the rest of your life, okay? Just trust me. I hated being in the military. I hated it. But guess what? It helped set me up. I was able to go to college. I got my second bachelor's for free. Long story. I'm getting my master's for free with my GI Bill. I got a Pathways internship job. I work for the federal government now. I get a little bit of VA disability. Legitimate. You're set. Okay? Just trust me. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.